So, greetings, Murishani Mukwaye, good afternoon, Murichie. I hope everything is going on well. My name is Sobre, and this is the Green Table. The Green Table is an amazing place where I get to host some guests, and we get to discuss about issues that are real, raw, crazy, funky, and mostly spirit-lifting ones, okay? Courtesy of Mount Zion Christian Center, Kabwe, and it's going to be happening right here where I'm standing, except Kalai Karamukwaye. Now, as the show goes on, feel free to comment how you're feeling, how you're being blessed, your testimony, as well as your opinion or any question. I will be glad to attend to you. Firstly, even start by liking the page, Mount Zion Christian Center, Kawa, if you've not liked it, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Boogie. Welcome to the Green Table, and we're just going to briefly have a little conversation with some special guests. Now, keep this a secret because these guests don't know what I'm about to ask them, and it's going to be random. Welcome. Now, he looks fired up, and he's come with a face towel. I hope he's also ready to drink some water.
Fire.
Oh yeah. All right, gentlemen, I've called you to this Green Table because, you know, there's just a few issues that I need us to examine out of our chest and to make clear to the viewer out there, or the listener rather. I'm going to start with the man holding the mic. You know, first of all, how's it like being a pastor, you know, of a church, you know, especially when people view you to be, you know, most people just view pastors to be these saints, these people that, you know, don't sleep, these people that, you know, don't feel hurt, don't feel pain, you know, they're just basking in glory. And which you watch, which I rebuke you. I command you to turn into chicken. But yeah, is it really like that, you know, being a pastor?
Far from it, Danny. One thing I've come to realize is actually before I was a pastor, I was an ordinary member like most of the people watching out there. And even when I became a pastor, it's not like anything left me to make me a pastor. The only thing is that before becoming a pastor, I had certain responsibilities that I carried out, which are away from the normal runnings of a church. Okay. But after becoming a pastor, now the game just changed. So it's still the same Mangaliso who was born again, fire, Bible believing, who just transitioned and became a pastor and now is leading the flock.
Wow. Someone told me, you know what, Soba, I see you being a pastor. I'm still looking for that man because he's a pastor.
Maybe no pastor.
Wherever you are. Anyway, so let's move on to the deacon, Mr. Jackson Ngoma. How is it like, you know, being a person who, you know, has duties, and then you've got personal, you know, relationships with people away from church? Members people who are not even members of your church, maybe kunchto, you know, but then they know you as man of God and this and that. And of course, there is the differentiating between church and work. Maybe kunchto, one of the juniors below you, we are senior man, sir, but we do recognize I receive. Yes, so the juniors, you know, and you bless them, say you have not done your work, and they're like, this is a man who says he prays and goes to church. How do you differentiate, you know, the Jackson as you know, the employee, Jackson as the employer, and Jackson as the deacon? Because I'm seeing two things here.
I think for me, the God agenda has always been central in my life, and in all that I have done in my life, even before I became born again. The God agenda has always been something that has been core to my life. And even when I became born again, I think the first thing I remember asking our deacon in charge of church admin, the first thing I did when I joined church was asking, what can I do? Like, where can I be useful? Because for me, the God agenda has always been central in whatever I do in my life. For me, I am the same everywhere. Okay, I am the same everywhere. What guides us in our lives are principles. Okay, and so if I'm going to handle a situation at work that involves my subordinate, for instance, I'm going to handle it principally speaking. I'm not going to to bring out scriptures and say, I rebuke you because of what you're doing. You catch what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm going to handle it based on my principles, or the principles that are laid out in my life. The challenge comes in with the people out there, because for them, they'll try to pull the card on you that, man of God, you can't say that, or you can't do that, because you're a man of God.
Yeah, true.
I think people forget that a person is a man first before they become a man of God, and that's I think where the challenge comes in.
Okay. Maranda sana now let me shift the mic to you, Pastor Mangaliso. Quite about men who are in power or authority are usually a chick magnet. I'll call it a chick magnet, a center of attraction. How do you handle your pastoral relationship with female church members and put a barrier, to avoid certain pastor scandal? Nobody mona demon of breast cancer, right? For a private session, this one can only be cast out through sex. This one can all these dubious, and when someone is desperate, they really want something that even the ignorant mind comes through.
True.
Others have been wrongfully accused as well. Pastors who have had a one-on-one session with females, the lady just decides to frame them, and they dent their names. So how do you differentiate that barrier? And I know that when you are a man of God and you stand before people, ladies tend to use all sorts of dubious ways to get to talk to you. How do you really handle, also without ukuba kalifie I'd say, no, you are shan, then maybe you're afraid to hurt them at tabake, church, Milo. How do you find wisdom in relationships with your flock?
Now you want to give me away when I use this. They will not that's what he's doing on me. But anyway, I'll just go on the basics. One of the things I realized that it's very important to make intentions clear. By that I don't mean that wamwira patiwe nchile kufaya, but no, just that the way your speech, the way what you talk about, because usually if you like somebody, or maybe there's a girl that you like, there's a way you actually show intention. But then if you're trying to avoid that, it's better you don't show intention at all.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, ndamuna tigero imusuma na but this is a beautiful girl. Hallelujah.
Amen.
But then. As a child of God, again, I know I have to be principled, I have to endure, I have to make sure things are okay. So, of course, I do see attractive ladies. I do think, okay, this one is a beautiful girl. But then I always remember my first thing is the assignment I have.
Can you honestly walk up to a stranger and just, hey, let's kiss? Okay. There has to be some sort of
build-up. Even though you conversation via taxi, phone call, when you're in the person, there's actually always a line that you guys are men. So there's always those lines. If you don't know if somebody likes you, or if you've got a chance, there are always certain lines you'd actually speak to, just try and see if they can break you. Just I think I can go the extra.
There's this perception to say, being a believer, nikatembenuka nzamwashtika bwani first. I really thank you all for coming out in your personal swag, all right? Because if we were all in jackets and what, someone would just say, you know what I mean? Okay, so I'm a temptation here, when it comes to Abanagash. Regardless of your status, I'm talking about marital status, single, engaged, married, searching, whatever it is. There will always be somebody more beautiful than the person you are pursuing or have already pursued. How do you feel that one can actually, because how can one actually handle that situation? Okay, she's fine, my woman is fine, this one is finer or fine too, but because I know that this is in front of the camera, and one may be wondering, but I'm going to keep it as raw as possible. There's times when personally I meet somebody and I'm just like, a part of me is like, don't let her go, don't let her go, don't let her go, don't let her go. Then I just have to walk, and do that brave walk, you're just like, ngakade apa, how do you, I know I've passed through such situations, have you ever been through such situations? I know you didn't want me to ask you that question, but yeah, now the mic is being passed over. Have you ever been through such situations?
Well,
and how have you handled it?
I think it is important to look. I don't even know where to start from. Baby first, baby, I don't know. My wife is the most beautiful woman in the world. Let's be clear on that. Yeah, let's be very clear on that. Yeah. Now, concerning what you are saying, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the man is failing to say.
I'll help
okay,
you
but
out.
then
he's saying his wife is the most beautiful
yeah.
woman in the world. But then you also see some other beautiful.
Funny enough, there's this pastor. I remember he was in a certain church. He was preaching, and then before he could preach, there's a young, vibrant pastor who went on and said, "No, as you know, I want to tell you, okay, my wife is the most beautiful woman in the world." And Shanyoko, yeah, the preachers are, the way men of God and people in Fajr celebrate their. So after the man who came, now the main speaker came at, this young man, you do not understand things, eh? You should say that my wife is the most beautiful woman in my eyes. Oh. You have never seen beautiful women. You know that it's just a decision that keeps us where we are.
Yeah, exactly.
There are beautiful women in this. So in my eyes, say in my eyes.
Perhaps the definition of beauty is what we need to look at, because if someone tells me, the reason why I would confidently say my wife is the most beautiful woman in the world is because the word beauty is complete in her. For me, the word beauty is complete because I'm not only looking at her physical appearance. Okay, now there are other factors that are complementing this beauty, that are coming with this beauty. So I'm walking in the street and I see a woman that
is blessed.
Physically, she may look more attractive than my woman, but she's not more beautiful than my woman in the sense of the word beauty as I look at it.
So, wakamba tamago mfiapo side mirror nangu rear view mirror nangu tamago ndrago fyo mgoshi nangu gata. Anyway, but
interestingly, Chief Priest, interestingly, there are times when we're at the mall and I'm with my woman and we both see a beautiful. We both look at the woman because we both agree that she's beautiful. We both agree. We know deep down our hearts. We know that woman.
So will you only agree because she's also agreed, or sometimes we use the babe, that skirt that girl is wearing is not okay. But in she. But in
we both agree. But I'd like to find out from you how do you define beauty yourself? What do you think? How do you define beauty?
I define beauty in two ways. First of all, there's the physical beauty, and then there's the personal beauty. And the personal beauty is what decorates everything. But if she's nagging, she's demanding, she's stressful, no busuma wolapo. You understand?
So what happens then if you get into a relationship with someone and then maybe 2 years down the line, realize that this person actually is nagging, and maybe first maybe it was just, she was just cool, but now 2 years down the line, you realize this person, you don't even want to get home. Funny enough, this corona thing, people are being sent home to work from home.
Yeah.
I've seen some people who have said, no, me, I want to go to
I just want to work.
I can't. Because they don't want to be home, you see. Because maybe 5-10 years down the line, they've realized that I don't know whether women have changed or it's them who have changed, but they've realized that this person is not the same person that
I personally don't believe in somebody changing. Somebody is who they are, always. You just chose not to see or did not get a chance to experience that side of them. the reason why most people say, wa Mangaliso, never change. It's not that never change, but if you're same, it's just that now you are around him 24/7 and you're able to see his true colors. You know, when you are dating, you know that in quite 2 hours no you muntu because alafu ikukia kungana. So you will do your best, even when she wrongs, you will sideline because you just want to make sure that those moments are counted. But ngana mwisho ati muri pamo takude ko mure. How you even spend 2 hours talking about the situation? It happens. So that person has not changed. All right, gentlemen, it's always awesome to have you on the green table. I know this has been fruitful, and I know that the listener, the viewer, is also blessed. Let us know what you think and how you've been, blessed. Share with us your story in the comments below. Get to like our page as well. If you've not liked our page, make sure you like it and invite your friends to like it. My name is Sobre, and this is
Mangaliso.
All right, this is the green table. Nzimaning.
Twapiam.